Hey, what's up? My name is Tackless, and today we're doing a big tutorial on how to do advanced shields. Now, this isn't put up a shield and block an enemy attack. This is like an energy shield that is commonly used in sci-fi type games. Specifically, I'm going to be modeling this off of Borderlands. If you're not familiar with how the Borderlands shield works, it's a little bit like the Halo shield on customizable steroids. You have a health bar, and you have a shield bar. When you take damage, the shield bar diminishes first, and then once the shield is gone, then your health starts to diminish. And depending how you want to set it up, you can decide all the different specs of how fast your shield regenerates, what the delay is, if your health regenerates, how fast it regenerates. And we're going to be bringing in some Borderlands because I have a shield here, which looks conspicuously like a jetpack, I know. And when you pick it up, it modifies every attribute of your shield. So, let me get into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, this tutorial is going to take a while. I'm just going to put that out there. There's a lot in this, but it is a good tutorial, and this is probably something I'm going to be utilizing in my future games. Before we get into, well, we got hit. We have two bars at the top. We have a health bar and we have a standard shield bar. Our health bar will not decrease until our shield bar is depleted. So I'm going to let myself take some damage. Come on, hit me. There we go. So you can see my standard shield is depleting, and it's almost out. It's out. So now my health bar starts taking damage. So if I run away, which would be the smart thing to do, and I don't take any hits for a little bit, my shield regenerates. There we go, and it's back to full. However, my health bar is not regenerating, and depending how you want your game to play, you can change that, and we're going to set this up so it can regenerate. So, I'm going to grab this shield. Wow. Let's see. I want to get rid of this guy so I can show you what I have with the shield. The shield, when you get near it, it shows you the stats it'll give you, and then it shows you your current stats. So when I pick it up, it now allows my health to regenerate, and it allows my shield to regenerate faster with a higher capacity. So that's the idea here. This is going to take quite a bit of code. But that's because it's very flexible and very fluid, so it's easy to change at any time you want. So, here is our player. I have put all the code for the shield on this page. Don't get scared. We're going to delete this page. So, back on page 1, doesn't matter what you have here. This could be any brain that you feel like. What we're going to do is we're going to do call page. And I'm going to put 2 because I don't have anything on page 2. If you do have something on call page 2 or switch page 2, then just pick a page that you're not using and that's empty. Alright, so here we are at this page. Now, before I get started, there's a few things that we have to go over. There's a number of variables that we have to get used to. First, there's shield. That's how much current shield you have in your shield bar. This is the number that gets depleted as you take damage. The second variable is max shield, which is, as it sounds, the maximum amount of shield that you can have. We're also going to have two variables for health and max health because we're going to have to bypass the Project Spark health system because it's not designed to have two independent health bars. We're also going to have a recharge delay and a recharge rate. Recharge delay is how long your character has to wait without taking damage before their shield or health bar start to recharge. And the recharge rate, or recharge speed, as I've been calling it, is how fast your shield regenerates. So those are the variables that we're going to have to deal with. First, let's bypass the Project Spark health system. The Project Spark health system is wonderful and fine and great and all that, but it's designed for one health bar. And we're going to be using 2 health bars, so we're going to have to bypass it. Don't worry, it's not too hard. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out a way to make a variable that shows how much damage we just took. So, let's see if I can remember how we're going to do all this. Alright, when hit by attack, started 2, there we go, started 2, and we're going to make a numeric variable called damage taken. Damage taken is going to be equal to the health health minus max health. Let's see, combat properties, health, max health. So what this is going to do is when you take a hit, it is going to, let's say that the damage was 5. You have 100 health, and you took 5 damage. What it's going to do is it's going to take, well, long story short, this variable shows how much damage you took. Then after this, we're going to do started to heal, max health. I'm just going to copy and paste this line of code here. So what this means is that your traditional health bar will never run out. Sound good? Sounds good. Next, we have to define a ton of variables once. So once, let's start with health. All right, let's start with max health. Max health equals, let's do 50. 50 sounds pretty good to start with. Max health is equal to 50. Now let's copy and paste that. And we're just going to put health is equal to 50. Because we want our player to start healthy. If they start with 0 health, that means that they will die. So copy and paste that line again. Let's do another variable called max shield. And we're going to put our shield at 35. Once again, copy and paste that. And make another variable for just shield. So that you start with a full shield. Next, we're going to make another variable called recharge delay. And we're going to put this is how many seconds you have to wait before you start regenerating. So let's put this to 4.5. Make it a long recharge delay. Copy and paste that. And then let's do recharge rate. And we're going to have this how much shield you get back every frame. And just to make it the shield recharge very fast, we're going to put this to, actually, let's put it to 0.5. Since there's 30 frames in a second, this will recharge 0.5 per frame, so it'll take just over 2 seconds to completely refill our shield. Make sense? Hopefully this makes sense to you. Next, we need to establish that our player's max health is equal to the max health that we're establishing. So, max health is equal to our variable called max health. There we go. Then let's do a couple of quick health recharging variables. So let's do one called health delay. And let's put this one, well, for now we're going to put this to 0. There's going to be no delay, but also health rate. So this is going to show how fast your health recharges. Now I'm going to build into this character at start that their health bar does not regenerate. We're going to have that come in a shield that you pick up later. So we've established our variables, which is good. Let's see. Next, we're going to establish what happens when you start taking damage. But first, so when no longer hit by attack, we're going to do when, let's see, shield. Where's shield at? When shield is greater than 0, started to health. Oh, no, we're gonna have the shield. Just copy and paste that. Shield decrement by damage taken. Right here. There we go. So then we make another line of code. When shield is less than or equal to 0, pretty much going to let's just copy and paste the same line of code. Instead of shield decrement by damage taken, we're going to do health decrement by damage taken. So this is the way that it transitions from damaging your shield to damaging your health bar. Now the observant will notice that let's say that you have 5 shield left and you take 10 damage. Those extra 5 damage that don't go to your shield, they don't damage your health. They just kind of disappear. So this gives you a bit of a free hit, and I could have taken the time to do all the math and algebra to make that happen, but we're already at the 10-minute mark, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's see. Next, let's establish, new line of code, let's establish what happens when your health gets to 0. When your health, let's see, when health is less than or equal to 0, we're going to do kill me. Not entirely sure if this me is necessary, but I'm putting it in here just in case. So this will kill you. Now if you have a respawning sequence activated, you could have this kill him and then start a respawn sequence, but we're not going to get into that today. Let's see. That's the basics of how this functions. Now we're going to do some more stuff to fill this in and some cosmetic stuff. So let's do let's limit how big and small these variables can get. So health equals, and we're going to go to math functions clamp. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that health can't get less than 0 or larger than the max health. So minimum is 0 and max is max health. Yep, max health. So then you have to put this variable back on the end, and we're going to do this again. Copy and paste it, but this time it's going to be shield. So shield equals 0 to max health, but this time it'll be max shield. And you have to copy and paste, put shield on the end. So this way, when it's recharging, when a shield or something's recharging, it doesn't go over capacity, and when you take damage, it doesn't go under capacity. Speaking of recharging, let's get to that next. When let's see, when shield is less than or equal to no, less than, we just want less than. When shield is less than max shield, it is going to, when just blanked out on what I needed to do, but when not, there we go, when not hit by attack, there we go, we're going to count down, and this is where the recharge delay comes in. We're going to count down recharge delay, and then countdown timer 1 in frames loop. Now this is very fast, and theoretically you can make another variable right here for how fast it regenerates, but this is just going to be once every frame, so 30 times a second. We're going to do heal, and then we're going to put heal recharge amount. Yeah, recharge rate. There we go. So this will, or not heal, I'm sorry, I was thinking of the wrong thing there. Okay, I got myself mixed up there. On an earlier version of this tutorial, I was using heal, and that wasn't working. I'm sorry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do shield, which is right here, shield increment up by, and then the recharge amount, or recharge rate. There we go. Sorry about that. It's just, there's a lot of things to keep track of in this tutorial. Lots of numbers, lots of code, lots of boring stuff, but it works. So now we can copy and paste this whole line of code again. And instead of shield, we can do health. And instead of max shield, we do max health. And then for recharge delay, we do health delay. And instead of shield, once again, we're going to do health increment up by health rate. There we go. Now, you also may notice that we set this so that all these are zeros. It will not be regenerating health out of the gate. But we are going to have a shield that we pick up later, which increases those so that the health can regenerate. If you so desire, you can change all of these in code. So that's the shield regeneration. Now I think we're just the aesthetics. I'll try to go through this as quickly as possible. We want a couple of bars on screen, and I want them to overlap a little bit because I think that looks pretty cool. So first, let's establish a couple of vector variables. So we're going to do health bar, y, that's x, we need y, equals, and we're just going to do 0.8. There we go. Then we're going to do another one. Vector variable called shield bar, and its y is going to equal 0.75, so it'll be ever so slightly lower. Next, we're going to display a meter that has health, and the max number is max health, which is right here. It is going to be positioned at our health bar vector variable. We're going to make it red. That's blue, not red. That's red. And we are going to make its meter style like the health meter, because it looks good. Alright. Now to save time and effort, we're just going to copy and paste that line of code again. Display meter instead of health. We're going to put shield. Instead of max health, we're putting max shield. Instead of the position of health bar, the position is going to be shield bar. Instead of red, it's going to be blue. Instead of the health meter, it's going to be the... what meter should we put? Let's put the resource meter. That looks good. And we're going to scale it down just a fuzz, 2.75. Alright. Now something we need to do so that they stack right is we need to put priority. So we're going to put priority 2. Copy and paste priority 1. So that the health bar is over the top of the shield bar. It's worth putting some text out. That says, let's see, health. Be sure to put your space at the end. Plus health. We'll put this at position, the health bar vector variable, and we don't need to put a priority on this because it'll go on top of other elements. Copy and paste this. Now I just remembered that I forgot to define our shield name, which is unfortunate because who doesn't love to name a shield? So we're going to create an alphabetical variable or a text variable called shield name plus, and we're going to put a space dash space. So we're going to do the shield name plus space dash space plus, and instead of health, we're going to put our shield variable. This is just to make it look nice, because if you notice up here, we put health space dash space and then the actual number. This is working the same way, except we have to manually add the space dash space since our shield name won't have that. And we want our screen position to be shield bar, and I'm going to try making this small font, because normal size font, it looked a little bit too big. So there's that. Let's scroll back up to the top and give our shield a name. So one of these things that we're defining, let's go to shield name equals, what do you think we should name our shield? What do you think we should name our shield? Let's just name it standard shield. Pretty boring, huh? No, it works. You can have crazier names when you pick up other shields. So here we go. This is all here. It looks like it all works. Hopefully it all works. Just looking through it. Let's give it a spin. Yeah, it needs to save after all that code we just put it through. Wow, we're at the 20-minute mark already. Sometimes I start coding and I forget how long it takes me because I just get into it, don't look at the time, don't look at anything like that. Alright, let's test it out. So our player should have his bars at the top. They should look good. There we go. That looks pretty decent. So if I take damage, it's not damaging my shield or anything. Let's go and see what I did wrong. This much code is going to be something I did wrong. It just never works perfectly the first time. Okay. So, when no longer hit by attack, when shield is greater than 0, our shield is supposed to be decremented by damage taken. Okay. Let's make sure that my damage taken is working correctly. So what we can do, and this I will leave in the video because it's actually very important to know how to troubleshoot. And this is one of the best ways I know how to troubleshoot, is just testing different steps in the process to make sure they all work. So let's make sure that my damage taken variable is working correctly. Because if something's going to go wrong... okay. So it's going -7, -5, whatever. So, let me think. I think I just had this equation flipped backwards. So it is max health minus health. Pretty sure that was my problem. Let's try it out again. Because if you decrement something by a negative, you're not actually changing it, if you know what I mean. I don't know if all of my fans are into that stage in math yet, but there we go. See, that was my problem. Now, if we look, my shield was taking damage, still taking damage, still taking damage. There we go, hit by another attack, and now my health starts taking damage. Let's run away from him. Give it a few seconds, and my shield regenerates, which looks nice. My health did not regenerate because we do not have that set up. Now I'm going to let this guy kill me. Come on. Just so you know, if you use this health system, you're going to have to up the damage outputs of your enemies by a lot. There we go, and I'm dead. Because I just threw out a goblin. Goblin couldn't kill me. Didn't attack nearly fast enough to ever hope to kill me. Alright, so that's working. Let me go back into the brain and remove this little diagnostic line of code. And let's see, we're at the 23-minute mark. Let's see how fast I can do this. We have our shield, and it does a lot of things. And I'm going to make it in kind of an odd way. That way, it's very easy to copy and paste in the future. And just change a few numbers, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to go scrolling through a bunch of stuff. So, here's our shield. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it yaw slowly, because that looks nice. And what we're going to also do is we're going to have this thing define its own list of shield variables. So what we're going to do is, let's see, max shield is going to equal to, let's put this to 50. Our old shield was 35, so let's put this one to 50. I'm just going to copy and paste this several times. Let's see, recharge delay. This is how many seconds it takes to recharge until it starts recharging. Let's put that to 3. Let's put our recharge rate. So this is how much shield per frame it regenerates. And we had it on 0.5. Let's put it to 0.75 so it regenerates even faster. Let's see. Let's put... What other variables do we have? Now, I'm not going to change the shield because when you put the shield on, I want to not give them an instant boost back to max shield. Just in case they drop a shield or they pick up a shield during battle, it doesn't act as a health pickup. Let's see. Let's now do the health. Let's see, health delay and health rate. So let's do health delay, and let's make this a long delay. We want them to really have to run around for a bit before they start regenerating health. So let's put that to 5, could be longer. And let's put the rate to 0.15 so that the health regenerates nice and slow. But you do get some sort of health regeneration. If you're going to balance this in a game, you may want to make this number even higher. It just actually, ignore that. Really. It all just depends on how you want your game to be balanced and how you want your shield system to work. This is all highly flexible and customizable. Let's also do once the shield name equals, let's give this one a cool name. The blast proof healer. There we go. The blast proof is an awesome shield from Borderlands. I am unashamedly borrowing the name. So, these are all the variables that we have defined. So then what we're going to do is we're going to have it show off these variables to the player when they get near it to see if the player wants to grab it or not. So when detect, that's not detect, when detect player, it is going to say, and we're going to have it say what we want. Say, let's do the name of it. So shield name. And what's interesting here, and we can save a lot of lines of codes. Usually, you need to go to math and put plus in to format this. But if all you're doing is adding text, number variables, and text variables, you don't have to do that. Once you start adding object variables or icons or anything like that, you need to start adding the pluses to help the game know what you're doing. But for this, all we have to do is just put them together like this. Makes life a lot easier. So, alright, so we're going to do max shield. And always put a space on the end of these to make it look better. And we're going to do the number variable max shield. Put another new line. Recharge delay. And we're going to put the numeric variable recharge delay. Then new line again. Recharge rate. No, not text variable. It's a number variable. Let's see. Recharge rate. Another new line. Health delay. I'll put this to the health delay variable. This kind of stuff, it gets a little old and monotonous, but it does look really cool when you're done. Health rate. And we're going to put that to health rate. Should be getting the idea by now. These are all of the variables that we have defined up here. Max health, delay, recharge rate, health delay, health recharge, and the name. So the player is going to get a decent idea of what they're dealing with. So we're going to make this text box gallery. We're just going to put the sci-fi message. If you don't have the sci-fi pack, I would recommend that you put it to fantasy message, because if the thing actually says what all this, it'd be a little odd. Plus that, I don't know what you call it, the tail really shifts the whole bar up and it's harder to read. There we go. And And then what we can do... man, this tutorial's getting long. I'm questioning whether I should do this or not. You know what? I'll get back to this in a minute. There's a cool thing that you can do pretty simply to also display the player's stats, so you can have a compare and contrast. But let's not deal with. Let's get back to this later. So when interacted, what we're gonna do, and this is once again gonna be a little monotonous, but it, as in the person who just interacted, it max health equals max health. So what it's saying is that the player's variable called max health now equals my variable that's called max health. Copy and paste that a few times. Instead of max health, we're going to put recharge delay. I'm going to put recharge rate. I'm just going through this as quickly as I can at this point. Health rate and health delay. Last one we want to put is the name. So its shield name equals shield name. And finally, destroy with effect poof, because I love poof. Now if you're wondering how you can make this so that it puts in your backpack and you drop your current shield and then you can pick up your old shield or re-equip it, that would be another tutorial that would go past 30 minutes on how to make an inventory system that works that smoothly. So we're just gonna have this replace the old shield and destroy itself. So yeah, this all works. Let's give it a try. Hopefully this all works. Whenever you type in a bunch of code, you always get this like little feeling that maybe you did one little thing wrong, and the thing's so little that you'll never be able to find it, but it'll ruin everything. I hate it when that happens, especially when I'm filming tutorials. But so far so good. I'm just gonna kill this. Well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him to get him out of the way. So when I get close enough to this, it says it's a blast-proof healer, max shield 50, recharge delay 3, recharge rate 0.075, health delay 5, health rate 0.15. So if I was to pick this up, oh, it killed me. Okay, so I'm gathering I did something wrong there. I probably told it to change my health to something. Max health. Oh, I see what I did. I put max health instead of max shield. Once again, little hiccup. It's these things that kill you, but it's nothing you can't get past. Sorry about that. Might have to go back and put some annotations in this video saying, hey, be sure you grab the right bloody variables. Let's try this again. Now you've seen all of its stats, so I'm just going to pick it up this time and wait for it to, yep, it recharged my shield. So I'm going to take some damage now. I'm going to let it deplete my shield completely. Come on, hit me. There. It's taking its sweet time. Oh, it took long enough that I started regenerating, so maybe I put the regen delay too short. So now when it starts damaging my health. So if I was to run away, my shield will start regenerating first, and then my health will start regenerating. And my health regenerates much slower than my shield. So yeah, that's how it works. Simple as that for 34 minutes. Now, if that's all you're interested in, good. You saw everything. But I'm going to do one last thing. One last thing. And that is going to, you know, take a little bit. But this will give you compare and contrast for the player's current shield. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an object variable called player equals it. Then I'm going to copy and paste this whole line. And you remember how I said that you didn't need the plus signs in between all these elements if they were just these elements? Well, I'm about to add elements that do require you have a plus sign. So I'm just going to go through and add plus between all of these. So plus, 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 plus. I wouldn't mind if Project Spark added a more intelligent UI system, but you know what? I understand it, and it works, so it's just a little tedious. And yeah, okay. What did I do wrong here? I put 2 pluses in somewhere. What did I do? Oh, I put a plus at the beginning. That would do it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this variable, this player variable, in front of all of the variables here. So recharge delay, it'll show the player's recharge delay, the player's recharge rate, the player's health delay, the player's health rate, and all that. We're going to put this position in the bottom left corner, and we're going to color this all blue. There we go. How cool is that, huh? Let's give this another test. So, yeah, let me kill this guy so he just gets out of our way. Alright, so we have our shield. Walk up to it, and see, my shield is called the standard shield. My shield has 35 max shield, while that one has 50. Mine has a 4.5 delay. That one has a 3 delay. Mine has 0.5 recharge rate. That one has 0.75 recharge rate. I have no health delay and no health rate. That one has a 5 delay and a 0.15 health rate. So we can interact with that. Take it. And now we have the Blast-Proof Healer, which has more shield capacity and health regeneration qualities. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. Hope you didn't get lost too many times. I was going pretty fast, but this is an advanced tutorial. I'm hoping you could keep up. So, yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any revisions that you have or anything like that, let me know about that too. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope this helped you. And I will see you guys later.